Thank you so much, Anishel, for that beautiful and powerful speech. I'm sure all of us can relate to it and take it to heart. I have the pleasure of announcing our next LEDA Scholar speaker. Edgar Orozco is a member of LEDA's 6th cohort, originally from Los Angeles, California. He is currently an Android software engineer and Scrum Master for CoStar Group. Edgar graduated from Harvard University in 2016 with a major in computer science and a minor in ethnicity, migration, and rights. While at Harvard, Edgar was president and founder of Broke College Kid Tech Repair, his own technology repair business. He took a leave of absence as an undergraduate to serve as the South Los Angeles Regional Field Director for a mayoral campaign. Please join me in welcoming Edgar Orozco.
Thank you. Hello everyone, my name is Edgar Jose Orozco. I'm a LEDA scholar and I'm here tonight to share how LEDA has changed my life. My family's story begins in a tiny impoverished farming village in Mexico. My father began working in the cornfields at the age of 8, and my mother began raising livestock as soon as her little hands could fill the feed bucket. After more hardship than I can imagine, they came to the United States and had me. All they ever asked of me is that I pursue education, and all I ever wanted was to make their sacrifice meaningful. I was born and raised in South Central Los Angeles, where violence, police abuse, drug addiction, grossly underfunded schools, homelessness, and other symptoms of institutional oppression made up my world. My father still carries a bullet fragment in his skull, the result of a holdup during the Rodney King riots. From South Central, graduating college seemed impossible. I vividly remember my 3rd grade teacher asking us to draw our dreams on a piece of paper. Some students draw astronauts, others firefighters, but my piece of paper remains unmarked. Then, thinking about my parents, I pick up my pencil, I draw my elementary school's main building, and in big letters I write Harvard above the entrance. Last May, I graduated from Harvard with a degree in computer science, and that little boy's dream became a reality. Thank you. When, in tears, I handed my mother my diploma, and I told her that it belonged to her more than it belonged to me. A share of it belongs to LEDA, too. When LEDA found me in 2010 at the nation's most overpopulated school, I was a high-achieving scholar and campus leader determined to get to college. But I had no idea how I'd get there. LEDA had the answers. Although the summer portion of the summer program at Princeton was more transformative in ways than I can count, the most important thing I learned came from the way that the leadership curriculum at LEDA was taught. Until then, my views on the world were dismissed in one of two ways. Treated in one of two ways, either dismissed because I was too young to know anything, or ignored because the students and teachers around me just didn't care. But at LEDA, I was given a platform to speak, to be heard, and to be challenged. These discussions left everyone, instructors included, with a broader understanding of the world. And they taught us scholars the value of diverse experience and ideas. I left Princeton that summer having found my voice and knowing that hearing others' voices makes me stronger. I was fortunate enough to spend a second summer with LEDA as a residential counselor to that year's cohort of rising seniors after my sophomore year of college. And for the second time, LEDA transformed me. Until then, getting through college had been astronomically more difficult than getting in. Being the poor son of Mexican immigrants at Harvard was far from easy. I faced blatant racism and marginalization, but beyond that, I felt like Harvard was wrong for me. Academically, I was underprepared. Culturally, I didn't belong. Financially, I couldn't even compare. But that summer at LEDA was a turning point for me. I vividly remember confessing to a scholar that I felt as if I'd never belong at Harvard. He responded, "Of course you belong, Edgar. Just look how far you've already come." I used the resources, energy, and support networks I gained from LEDA that summer to catapult myself through a tremendous second act of college, one in which I took unapologetic ownership of my belonging at Harvard, and in which I regained the passion and determination to reject any limitations set before me. Without that summer, and without LEDA's continued support afterward, I don't know if I would have made it through. Now, I'm working as an Android software engineer and Scrum Master, Alpha Nerd, on LoopNet and Apartments.com for CoStar, a multi-billion-dollar real estate information company, and I am killing it. I owe that to LEDA too. Because I met CoStar CEO at this event last year, I am 6 months out of college, leading a team of talented and experienced engineers. One of my next steps will be to connect my passions for technology, social justice, education by founding a nonprofit that teaches young students from disadvantaged neighborhoods about technology and programming. Growing up, I knew nothing about the fascinating world of tech. Discovering and fostering this untapped potential in low-income neighborhoods is incredibly powerful for both the students that it empowers and for the field of technology. Most importantly, in a world where technology is increasingly accessible, there is a monumental opportunity to create substantial change for disadvantaged communities through software. Maybe I'll be fortunate enough to build a piece of software that creates maintainable change for under-resourced communities. But I have no doubt that by inspiring young people in underserved areas to pursue technological careers, more change will come. LEDA saw my potential to effect real positive change in this world before I saw it myself. And I can't say how much I owe them and how proud I am to be a LEDA scholar. Thank you. Thank you.